Welcome everybody to HBK.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HBK. We are glad you have joined us. We are hoping you'll learn to love God and to live for God whilst you're here. Please do like this video, subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with all that we do. And we are excited to continue our theme of Press Play, Get in the Mix as we're in the month of July. All this summer we're thinking about confidence and what it is. It's because confidence is learning to see yourself the way that God sees you. Today our theme and the truth we want you to take away is that we need to stay focused on Jesus. Jesus is the source of our confidence, and when things get tricky in life, we need to make sure we stay focused on Him because He will help us to navigate through the storms of life. We are going to have a get-going game, tell you a story, a quick craft idea to show you, and we'll look at our memory verse again. We'll also leave you with a thought to think and chat about with those who you are with. Let's get going with the game.
Ooh, I'm a winner!
Number 2. 3 tubes of sweeties. How quickly can we sort them out? Can we do it in 1 minute?
3, 2, 1.
Good job. 3, 2, 1, go.
Look how I did it. That was so quick how I did it.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, you set up on the ground. I tried to make it extra quick, eh?
Good, thank you.
This little set. Right.
Right, jump in the camera please. That's it. Oops.
It's tricky how I did it.
Must be it's fine. Should give that.
Then you got one below, loads of it.
Wow, that looked like fun. Hopefully you enjoyed it watching us. Have a turn at home if you've got all you need, or make your own fun if you haven't. Let's take a look at our story this week and see what is possible if we can stay focused on Jesus. Are you ready for the story about a man called Jesus and a man called Peter who walked on the water? Yeah. You see, one day Jesus and his friends went out on the lake in their boat. And in fact, Jesus wasn't with them this time. He had been praying. His disciples jumped on the lake. They were all, can you help me stand them up on the boat?
Yes.
They were all sailing across the lake, and all of a sudden there was a great big storm. You know what a storm is? There's lots of rain, lots of wind, rain coming down. And if you're on a boat in a lake and the boat moves around lots, how do you think they felt on the boat?
Sad.
Yeah, a bit sad, probably a bit scared. They're saying, oh no, the water's going to wash over the boat and drown us. And then, when they looked over the edge of the boat, they could see something walking towards them on the water. They thought it was a ghost. They said, oh no, there's a ghost. And then, the thing that was walking on the water called out to them, He called out to them. Don't worry, it's me, he said. And they said, oh, is that you, Jesus? And Peter said, if it's really you, tell me to come out on the water too. Now, we know that Jesus is a very special man, don't we? But Peter's just a normal man. And Jesus said, yeah, come on then, Peter. So Peter climbed out of the boat as well. And he started to walk on the water as well. Whoa, that's amazing. But then Peter suddenly saw it was very windy and the waves are going whooshy whoosh, and he thought, hang on a second, I'm just a man, I can't walk on the water. And he started to sink down into the water. Oh no, help me, Jesus. Jesus came over and grabbed him by the hand and said, oh Peter, why did you have a little bit of faith? You started so well. Come on back into the boat. And they climbed back into the boat, and as they did, the storm stopped. And everything was calm, and they went on their journey. Oh, they all fell down. They fell down in shock. They were so shocked at what happened, they fell down from. They went on their journey back to the other side, and all the disciples said, wow, this man is very special. That's a good story, isn't it? You like that one?
Yeah.
Peter could do the impossible because he was concentrating on Jesus, and when he stopped concentrating on Jesus, something that went a bit wrong for him. So we need to remember to focus on Jesus. Oh no.
Thank you, Jesus, for Peter. Help us to focus on you. Amen.
Wow, Peter walked on the water with Jesus. No way. God can do anything. Jesus is so powerful, he can do anything. And if we focus on him, we listen to the things he says and he does as he asks, he can help us to do anything that he wants us to be doing. But when things get tricky, even when we're doing amazing things, sometimes we forget to concentrate and listen to Jesus' voice. And like Peter, we look, oh, the wind's a bit windy, oh, the waves actually are a bit scary, and he forgot, then he started to sink. Anyway, here's something you can make to help you remember and think about the story. It's going to feel tricky, but concentrate and join in, and you'll get there in the end. So A4 paper, we're going to make an origami boat this morning. So you need one sheet of A4, and I've put mine, I've got two different colours of mine, just so you can see what I'm doing a bit easier. I thought I'd try and make it nice and visually obvious. But all you need to do with your piece of A4 is fold it in half, like that. I'll try and go nice and slow so you can all follow along. Fold it in half. It's origami this is, so it really works nice and well. If you really fold those creases really nicely. You fold it in half, and then you see my open ends down the bottom, I've got my close end at the top. I'm going to fold these, the top corners, sort of down into the middle to make a point. I want both corners down into the middle to make a point. And I want to leave about an inch gap at the bottom, so don't fold them all the way to the bottom. But if you fold them into the middle, that should kind of naturally happen. So we've got a pointy hat, the start of a pointy hat. And then what I can do is fold the bottom edge, just one of the sides up, right along the join there. So we've got the bottom folded up, covering the sort of bottom of the triangles we made. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Now you have got a paper hat, the start of the boat. And then what we're going to do is take our paper hat, and watch carefully, we're going to fold it the other way around. Hopefully this kind of makes sense as you're watching along. And you can tuck these little papery bits in so that we've got a paper square that looks something like this.
That looks difficult, that bit.
It's quite tricky, that bit, but I should do it again for you. So we had this like that, and all we did is we went to the bottom, we pulled it out and squashed it the other way.
So I turned it.
We're getting there. It's a bit tricky. If you're very little, you probably need an adult to help you do this, unfortunately. But this is what you're going to do. Now we've got our square with a bit of a V shape at the bottom here. What we're going to do again is fold the corner up to the top. Like that. Turn it over. We've still got our V shape at the bottom here. Fold that corner up as well.
Your wife says she's failing at this craft.
Oh, it's okay. You've got time. Martin's going to waffle on, and you can not listen to him and do this instead. It's much more interesting. Now we've got a triangle, and if we hold it up to the side, we can see we've got sort of 3 points here. If I take the 2 points either side and pull it, we should, to pull it quite hard and give it a bit of squashing, we should get a little boat. This is the most difficult part, I think, because it takes a bit of manipulation. This is absolutely seamless crafting from Dad. And there it is, a paper boat. And then, if you get your little picture of your disciples, or you draw your own, cut them out, colour them in, and they can sit in your little boat. And then you can put that up somewhere in your house. Hopefully you managed to keep up with the craft and make a little something. Let's take a look at our memory verse for the month. It comes from Philippians chapter 1 verse 6. It says, God began a good work in you, and I'm sure that he will carry it on until it's completed. That will be on the day that Christ Jesus returns. God is doing a work in us. We need to remember that and focus on what God is saying and doing in our lives. We want you to spend some time with those around you, wherever you are now, talking about what's coming up in the week ahead, and where can you see already times that maybe are going to get a bit tricky, and you need to remember in those moments to focus on Jesus. What he's saying to you, what he has promised you, who you are in him. If we can remember to focus on him, then we can overcome any obstacle. We hope you've enjoyed all that we've done this morning. We hope you're going to go away and do lots of fun things. That is all we've got in store for this week. We will see you though next time. Have a wonderful week and a super Sunday. It's a bye-bye from me. Bye-bye. No, your head's chopped off now. Yeah, that's better. Can you do it like that? Is that okay? Do you want a cushion to kneel down?
Yeah, my leg is just, my knee is just a bit sore. Yeah,
Good.
nice. Which one's yellow? Which yellow? Look at me. I'm all spooky.
Put them out. Can we do it in 1 minute?
I did it 1 minute, didn't I?
You did it in, yeah. Good time.
I put it either and
Don't know how many. There's a second count on there. Yeah, 50, so.
after my dad.
Don't know.